Happy 4th of July, everybody. Every year they have this 4th of July parade. And then over at the Independence section, just across town, they have fireworks. There's a river over there, and that's where they hold these firework displays. It's pretty cool.
Baby, you want me, and I'm thinking me. Baby, you want me, and I'm thinking me. Baby, you want me, and I'm thinking.
So right now I'm headed to Junction City Skate Park. In particular, I just want to work on skating that down rail. I want to build up my confidence in a particular trick that I've been trying to land, but I've failed to do so. I do want to share an experience that I've had. I used to love skating down rails and handrails. Now, believe it or not, it wasn't the time when I sacked the 9-stair. That wasn't bad at all. It hurt, yeah, but it was just like, oh, that's it, okay. And I did it the next day. At Glendora Skate Park over in Southern California. That was probably one of my most favorite skate parks until the Azusa Skate Park was built. You had really long round rails. It's just a small little down rail. Nice flat bar, which was a square. Another long down rail that was a square as well. And they had a really steep, really long square down rail, which was in front of the entrance towards the gates. And I remember skating that. That was like one of my favorites to skate because I feared skating round rails because I couldn't lock on properly. Skating the flat, I did come to skate the round rails somewhat consistently. I got 50-50s down it, and so I'm thinking, well, this is a pretty long rail, and it goes down. It shouldn't be much different than going down the steeper rail. And it's square, so it should be easier to lock on. You know, I had board slides, front boards. I even dolly no-slid it. As soon as I go into lock into a 50-50, I slip out. You know how usually when you're sliding down, especially on a front board, you can kick out, you can just land with the railing between your legs. Granted that the rail is a lot lower than waist high, then you can do that. So I bailed out, but my feet stuck underneath me for some reason, and I felt like one of the Toy Story army men that can't lift up their, they can only walk like this. And I felt like I was doing that while I was on the rail because I couldn't get my feet off the board. And so I ended up slipping out, landing on my shins, and then collapsing at the very bottom of the rail. Landed on my weaker wrist, and I was just in pain. And from that point on, I feared rails, square rails. And that's what got me, man. That is what got me. And now every time I look at handrails, I always think, damn, I have a filter over my eyes, over my perception of handrails. There's moments of clarity where I could just see like, oh dude, I could do that rail. And then I roll up to it, I'm like, and the emotions start flooding back. I haven't really fully processed that whole experience. I mean, the whole experience of me falling on that rail, because I just wanted it away from me. I wanted to not experience that, because who doesn't? What normal person would want to experience that excruciating amount of pain? But really, if you're looking to do something that scares the crap out of you, you really have to go back in your childhood and really relive that moment, fully go through that whole emotional process. Because in my perception, when it comes to skateboarding, I wanted that experience gone. It was probably one of the most painful experiences. When it comes to the pain level, that shinner on the steep down rail, the pain was more excruciating than the experience of my leg dislocating. Damn, that's a big ass truck. I had someone on YouTube ask me if I had a mental problem. I don't see it as a problem. But on a serious note, yeah, it was a pretty short session over at Junction City. I did not stick what I was wanting to try. I did not roll away from what I was wanting to try. However, I did not walk away empty-handed. You can hear it in my voice still. After 30 minutes of driving, you can still hear the jitters of my voice. My voice still quivering. I noticed that, like, even with this particular trick that I was trying down the down rail, I had to stick on nose grind, which with nose grind I have to kind of do an overcook, because technically you can't do a proper nose grind. It has to be somewhat tweaked out because of the nature of the round rail. You know, it's not square, you just can't lock on that way. You literally have to be like balanced between both toe and heel side in order to get that perfect nose grind. It's damn near impossible to even get it that way. Every time I would lock on, in most cases I would lock on toe, which scared the crap out of me. That's why I'm always so hesitant about even sticking that trick. I think I rolled up to it like at least, 10 times without even getting a proper pop. And it just got me thinking, a while back I was here with Bryce and he was trying to trick down the down rail. I completely understand, Bryce. I know exactly what you're talking about, and I've experienced it before a handful of times. You know you want to do it, but you're battling your body because your body has a innate capacity to protect itself. It's trying to prevent you from hurting yourself. But what I'm talking about you as more than your body, you as like awareness, is wanting to do something that your body is resistant on doing. You're constantly having to battle that muscle memory. And wouldn't it be amazing to have full control over your body? Because I know a lot of you guys, like a lot of skaters that watch this video, whenever you go down to try a trick, and it's like something, it's like a barrier that holds you back. It's almost like you hit a solid wall. In order for you to get that trick, you have to break that barrier. It's like, for me, out of like say 20 times that I've tried it, one time out of those 20 tries, like as soon as I went to charge the rail and put my board down, it's at that moment, as soon as I drop my board down to put my foot underneath, that is the moment which tells me, okay, that I'm either going to just say F it and do it, or I'm just gonna bail out. So anyway, wouldn't it be amazing to actually have full control over your body on cellular level? I think I may have talked about this, but with all the crap that your body has gone through over the course of your lifetime, regardless if you remember or not, your body remembers it. The water within your body, as well as water around you, has a natural capacity to remember the external stimuli that it has experienced. That's why people are always, like, say, blessing their food, specifically because when they ingest that food has memory in it. Who had touched it, who processed the meat, or who had processed the fruits and vegetables, who prepared the meal, who dished it out. That's why people bless the food, so they put out their good vibes to it. They give it that positive aura towards it. That way, when they consume it, it benefits them, you know. So it's I know it's kind of going off subject, but it's very similar to what I'm trying to say here. And basically what I'm trying to say here is that controlling your body to the point where you can heighten your positive experiences when it comes to certain activities, and in case with me, skateboarding. Like with me, when my heart starts racing, it doesn't come from me. It It's like I have to somehow try to find a way to get my heart racing. Not the idea of my heart just starting to pound in my chest and then me just going for it. That's not the case, because I can feel my heart pounding on a trick that I'm deathly afraid to do and still not even try it. Actually developing the balls to just go for it. To know 100% that it's all or nothing. Alright guys, that about concludes this episode. If you guys like this video, please let me know by clicking that like button. If you guys have any video ideas for me to do, please leave it down in the comment section below. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Julius, and remember to slap that subscribe button as well as that notification bell for my future videos. See you guys in the next one. Laters!